Welcome to CSPN. Finch and Gonzo from EV.
Welcome everybody to the first ever episode of CSPN, or Combat Sports Programming Network. I'm your host Patrick, and behind the camera is my buddy Jason Fertig. And we're going to banter back and forth as we go over combat sports news worldwide. Now, what are combat sports? You're probably asking yourself that. Mag-fed paintball has evolved into something else. This isn't even a paintball anymore. This is what's known as a shaped projectile, and it was designed by a former firearms engineer by the name of Omar Macy. I'm sure you've heard of him. Omar's been working here at Rap 4 for the last few years, innovating new ways to bring as much realism as possible to the modern paintball field and the modern training field for military and law enforcement units. His designs have been massively successful in all of these markets. In fact, Urban Shield, a multinational SWAT competition held in Oakland, California, uses his .468 professional training rifles as a standard for realism when they put SWAT teams up against the clock to compete against one another in CQB scenarios. We're changing the term from mag-fed paintball because it just doesn't fit the sport anymore. When you say mag-fed, you're defining a new kind of paintball, and as I illustrated a moment ago, it's not even a paintball anymore. These markers are as realistic as possible and look, feel, and function to the real thing, and that's why they've become the standard for training around the world. CSPN is going to be the platform in which we bring these new innovations to you. We explain how they work, our thought process behind it, as well as new tech, new gear, and information on combat sports events worldwide where you can meet up with fellow combatants who have the same passion for realism as you do. This format might be familiar to you. Mr. Fertig and I have been doing this for a while now. We're going to add a few new segments, such as tactical tips from real firearms instructors, as well as on-site action from some of these combat sports events. You're going to see this term pop up everywhere, including some events that you might attend annually. They'll going to start to rebrand as Modern Combat Sports because that is a fitting name for what we do. So first things first, Mr. Fertig, that intro was pretty wild. What did we just see?
Well, we just saw Finch and Mark Gonzalez testing out a new home-built rocket launcher. This is designed to fire the Nerf rockets, just like a lot of the traditional rocket launchers you've seen out there at events. Yep. And I believe they're planning on bringing it up to Operation Indoor this year for us to check out and try out.
And there's some rumors about some armored vehicles that are going to be out at Operation Indoor 5, right?
Yeah, there are some rumors going around about it. Nothing is confirmed yet. We're just waiting to hear back from a lot of different people to find out what they're interested in doing. So if you guys want to do that, make sure you let us know, and that way we can make sure everything's accommodated for the vehicles.
Well, if Operation Indoor 5 gets mechanized, I'm sure that rocket launcher is going to be the bane of all those takes' existence, don't you think?
Yeah, it will definitely be.
This is going to be the marker of the week. This was posted to our Facebook page by Rich. He has his name separated Rit and Ch first and last. But he's part of the Desert Rats mag-fed paintball team in Germany. This guy has an awesome marker. He's got a .468 here, ACOG attached to a riser. He's got a PAC-4, A-frame front sight. He's got some Magpul accessories on there, a 13 CI air and stock. Here's a second picture of it. And I love this picture right here, this black and white.
Black and white pictures always seem to show the gear off really nicely.
Very cool. Love the high contrast. And as you see here, he's wearing a helmet cam, and he also happened to submit some footage from that camera. Let's check it out. Thank you, Rich and Desert Rats, for sending that footage all the way from Germany. Looks pretty intense out there. These guys are not messing around. Moving on, I wanted to give Henry Fury a little runner-up for Marker of the Week because this marker is intense. Look at this piece of glass for T.
Yeah, that's a really high-powered scope on there. Looks like he's got a couple rails attached to each other. It looks like a longer DMR raised handguard along with a medium handguard attached to it. So he's going for that full-length rail look that goes all the way up to the muzzle brake.
Definitely see a lot of real rifles with this look on it, so it's really cool to see him transfer that onto a training rifle. Loadout of the week is going to go to Chad Arneville. Now he's part of the Texas MagFed shooter group, right?
He's actually one of the admins for it. Now he's responsible for one of the regions. I'm not sure which one specifically, but if you guys are out in Texas, definitely look them up. Find out where they're playing. They host monthly games at multiple locations across the state. Trying to get as many people as possible into the modern combat sports.
All right, Mr. Pritchard, go ahead and take it away with some combat sports events going on worldwide.
First one we have on the list is actually coming up this weekend. That is the 15th MFOG game. Now, MFOG stands for Magazine Fed Only Game. This is a event that is spearheaded by our sponsor team, ODSC. They've been the leaders in the modern combat sports movement so far out here in California. Now, with that, they're playing down at SC Village. It's one of the world's largest paintball parks and also one of the world's most famous paintball parks. If you're down there, it's definitely a great chance to get into the game. Now, ODSC also has 10 free loaner markers for you guys to try out at the event, free of charge. So if you guys want to try MagFed out, see what it's all about, get down to SC Village and get in the action. Next up on the list is an event coming up on August 30th. Now this event is Lunatics Welcome to the Asylum. This event is being put on by Fatal Paintball. It's being put on at Combat Zone in Oroville, California. They're looking about having about 150 to 250 players. Should be an awesome event. These guys from Fatal Paintball that are hosting it have been in paintball for a long time. I've had the pleasure of playing with them and against them at several events. It's going to be a amazing event, and if you guys get down there, they actually have a pancake breakfast as part of the event. So definitely worth checking out. And if you want to get your food fix on while you're there, you can't argue with pancakes. All right, next up we have another event going on. It's another MagFed only game, another part of the modern combat sports movement. This is being put on by Undertaker's Paintball. So this event is Cell Team 6, number 4. It's Operation Medusa being put on at Cousins Paintball in New Jersey. Now, Undertaker's has been putting on the Cell Team events now. This is their 4th one. Each one has been growing in popularity, and they're expecting 100 to 150 players at this one. So it should be a great event. Hercules does a great job. They have some really cool props. So Cell Team 6-4 Operation Medusa is going to be going on September 6th. So be sure to get out to the field and check it out. So the last event I'm going to talk to you guys about is Operation End War. Now, Patrick and I have brought this up many times. We're really looking forward to this. It's coming up on the weekend of October 3rd. So October 3rd is the Friday of the event. Now we're going to be out there. Patrick and I are both looking forward to doing a lot of filming, as well as we're going to get out there and shoot with you guys. So for those of you that have ever wanted to play with Patrick, this is now your chance to shoot him. The event's in Copperopolis, California at Snake Pit Training Center. Now this is a premier facility for us to be at. It's an old copper mine. It's absolutely amazing. The views there are beautiful, so beautiful that you might actually get distracted while you're playing and end up shot in the back. So with that being said, definitely get out there, get on the website, check out OperationEndWar.com. So at this Operation End War, we're going to have 2 paintball legends here at the event. Greg Hastings and Bob Long will both be acting as generals, so it's going to be very interesting to see what they do on the field. So we'll have the rule set posted shortly. We're working with Magnet Scenarios on this one. Now Magnet Scenarios is being run by Bobby. He was the blue general at the last 2 End Wars actually. Very successful in generaling, a lot of fun to be around, and he's looking forward to playing on a really great game for everybody. Well, that concludes everything for the events. I'm going to turn it back over to Patrick, and we're going to close down the episodes, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Thanks everybody for watching, and remember, CSPN is your show. We make it from the content generated from our Facebook page, so if there's anything you'd like to see in next week's episode, just go to facebook.com/moderncombatsports and let us know. We're looking forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you out there.
Modern combat sports provide the adrenaline-pumping action of the modern battlefield without the violence associated with true armed conflict. Players compete in teams or individually to eliminate opponents by tagging them with bullet-mimicking rounds, deliver water-soluble dye or powder to the target, The projectiles are propelled from a device called a marker or training rifle, designed to replicate the look, feel, and function of real-life firearms. Games are organized in a variety of arenas, including indoor facilities, military MOUT sites, abandoned industrial complexes, or paintball fields. These sites are scattered with natural obstacles and real-life barriers such as buildings, vehicles, and other debris, designed to provide a realistic battlefield. Depending on the variant played, games can last from seconds to hours, or even days in large-scale scenarios. Modern combat sports. Train as you fight.